100 naira ko. Estamba seko.
Good morning, viewers. You're welcome to another exciting edition of the program Lagos This Morning. We'll be discussing different topics from politics to entertainment to also sport today. All right, before then, I'm Olajide Taufik Olamide.
I am Adeni Adela. Welcome to Lagos This Morning.
All right, let's go straight into the headlines for the day. All right, let's go straight into that. Okay, G5 governors, their PDP on sanction threat. There will be no cover-up in investigation and prosecution, says Sanwo-Olu. Brazilian football legend Pele dies after battling cancer. Alex Okubo's ex, Fancy Acholonu, begs him to take her back. Man beats brother to death in Lagos State. Many feared dead, 50 kidnapped as bandits invade Sokoto communities. Gbadabiamila needs to apologize to ASUU. That is coming from Falana. Aggrieved PDP governors demand Tinubu support in 5 states. All right, let's have you.
Aggrieved PDP governor demands Tinubu support in 5 states. The 5 aggrieved PDP party governors have demanded the support of the All Progressive Congress presidential candidate Bola Tinubu for the PDP governorship and senatorial candidates in their respective states. It was gathered on Thursday that this was part of the conditions presented to Tinubu during his meeting with the PDP governors in London, in United Kingdom on Tuesday. The governors, alongside Donald Duke, Jonah Jang, Olusegun Mimiko, former governors of Cross River States, Ondo and Plateau States, respectively, as well as the Board of Trustees member, Chief Bode George, are defiant in their call for the removal of Iyoche Ayu as national chairman of the party.
Well, we have this part also in the PDP now between the G5 governors and Atiku, the presidential candidate of the party. And there has been a series of meetings from the G5 governors and other political parties whereby they are looking for alignment and consultations ahead of the 2023 polls. However, some people are saying that the G5 governors might support the Labour Party flag bearer, Mr. Peter Obi. There's also fears that they might be supporting Tinubu of the All Progressives Congress. And they actually flew out to the United Kingdom yesterday. According to reports, we have it that they met with Tinubu. But now they are seeking for Tinubu support. They want Tinubu to support them to win their respective states, whereby they give him back their support for the presidency.
Tinubu is APC.
Yes.
They are PDP.
They are PDP.
So they are not going to support Atiku anymore.
Because Atiku Atiku reneged on their agreement. They said if Atiku should be the presidential candidate, then Ayu wouldn't be the PDP chairman, which they agreed to before. But now they don't want to stand on the agreement. And the G5 governor are actually angry that if Ayu does not step down, they too would not support him.
Wow.
So now, though talking about this thing practically, I think it is more likely that these G5 governors would be supporting Tinubu because of what they stand to gain. Because Peter Obi has said from the start that he doesn't have anything to give anybody. He have something to give, but he is not ready to buy vote or promise people appointment or employment just because of their vote. He wants to win on a plain ground with a plain mind. Yeah. So I actually think this is a kind of tricky one ahead of this 2023 election. But I think if the G5 governors actually delay their decision, it would be of good to their party instead of just coming outside to support the Tinubu presidency. But PDP on the other hand are threatening to sanction them if they do so, while other people in the PDP like Dele Momodu have said that they should announce who they are supporting so the PDP would know where they are heading to and how they can, you know, make their plans ahead of the election.
Well, I don't think they are going to sanction.
Really?
Yes.
Why
Do you
wouldn't
know why I
they?
said so? Because we are still waiting, Sha.
Yeah,
Probably
yeah.
before January.
Yeah.
January is
They said
just
January 5.
January 5.
Mhm.
Probably before that January 5.
Yeah.
You will step down as the chairman. See, these people, they are very, very smart. Atiku wouldn't want to like ignore the support of the G5 governors.
Okay.
And he would want to do their bidding. Probably they are trying to like give it time. Like give this
Mhm.
person use instantaneous till this particular time so that he will not step down as the chairman of the party. But I don't think they are going to support Tinubu. Because this one that there is like threat of as in this obvious support of Tinubu from the aggrieved PDP G5 governors.
Yeah.
Tinubu should be scared by now.
Scared about what?
Because if Wike and the other G5 governors are not supporting him, does he still stand the chance of winning the election?
If they don't support Tinubu,
Atiku.
Well,
If they went ahead to support Tinubu,
okay.
will Atiku still win?
From my opinion, I don't think Atiku can win
So
without
that's
them.
it. So he wouldn't want to take the risk as well. But people from the party said without their support, Atiku can still win.
Well, I think, is it the governorship election that will be coming before the presidency or the presidency before the governorship?
It should be the governorship.
If the governorship election is coming before the president election, then there might be a smart move from the G5 governors to use Tinubu to win their state, then go back and support Atiku for presidency. That's another angle again.
That's actually another angle.
So I think politics is just a game of, you know, they are just trying to outsmart each other.
Game.
Because if it is governorship election before the presidency, they might feel like, okay, Tinubu, don't worry, give us your support for the governorship elections, give us finance, let us win our election. By the presidency one, we will support you. Then they would in turn go back to their party to support Atiku. We have 11 people watching us right now. You can be part of this program by dropping your comment. You can also like this program, all right, to do well for our channel. So what's your take on the G5 governors actually tilting towards Tinubu's side for the 2023 election? They're asking Tinubu for support to win their state, and probably in turn they will give him their support as well for the presidency. What do you think? Ramsey Ezigbo said, good morning crew. My take on this is that G5 governors are fighting for their selfish interests and they will not impact the outcome of the poll in presidential election. They all have one vote. Well, yes, they all have one vote. But even I saw a report yesterday that right from the start, the PDP actually wanted to zone the ticket, the presidential ticket, to the southeast. According to what I read online, I don't know how true it is. They said they wanted to zone it to the southeast, but Wike said they should throw it open. That both the southeasterners, then the south, everybody should just have a chance at the ticket. Probably thinking he would clinch the ticket. Because if they are zoning to the southeast, he won't be able to contest because he's from the south. Now they've thrown it open, then Atiku now wins it. He thought he had the support of Tambuwal before, but at the last minute, Tambuwal stepped down. Then Atiku won. So I think he actually miscalculated his chances in winning the presidential ticket. And now that he has miscalculated, he's now crying foul play. That's just my opinion according to what I saw online yesterday. We have 18 people now. You can also be part of this program by dropping your comment. What do you think about the G5 governors? Do you think they would actually be a decider in the 2023 election? They are tilting towards Tinubu, whereby and PDP is threatening them with sanction. And also some people believe they would be supporting Peter Obi. Who do you think they would support? And how do you think this 2023 election would play out considering the G5 governors? All right, let's go on to the next one quickly. On to the next one. The next one we have here on the aggrieved governors. The G5 governors dare PDP on sanction threat. The 5 aggrieved governors of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), identified as the G5, have dared the party to sanction them over anti-party activities. Members of the G5 are Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike, Okeze Ikpeazu, Samuel Otom, Seyi Makinde, and Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi. The reaction is coming on the heels of report that PDP had planned to sanction the governors over their move to support another party's presidential candidate. Governor Wike, who spoke through his Commissioner for Information and Communication, Chris Finebone, said the main opposition party knows the consequences of sanctioning them. Do you think they will sanction them? Though in the party's constitution, it is there that you can't support any other presidential candidate except the party's own.
When the president candidate is not doing their bidding, what should they do?
Well, you know, they are still in the party officially. They've not decamped to another party. They want to stay in the party that support another presidential candidate. I think it's a game from the G5 governors. If the governorship election comes before the presidency election, they might want to get their support from 2 ways. Getting it from Tinubu. They will promise Tinubu that they will support him for the presidency. Then Tinubu will give them his support to win the governorship election. Then they go back to support Atiku. Probably an agreement that if we support you now, there will be a written agreement that if we support you and you win the presidency, then ASUU will step down. Then it will be a win-win situation. They will have defeated the enemy. They will have defeated their opposition, which will be the APC, by winning their respective states, then promising him presidency vote. So I think it's just a dicey one in between them. They can't, by January 5, I'm not sure if the G5 governors will actually come out to announce their candidate. I'm not sure. I see them getting close to the election. I'm not even sure if they would ever announce their candidate. Probably they will just do it on a low. They will support the person on a low. They would make it not too obvious. They won't come to the public to declare that, okay, I'll be supporting Tinubu. It will be against the party. Then they might sanction them. That's just it. And if they actually sanction them, if the PDP sanctions them or sends them away from the party, I think it will really be it will be a big blow on the PDP's image, because people will feel like these people that are actually having problems in their party, will they be able to solve the problem of Nigeria? Maybe we have over 220 million people. That you can't even solve the problem of PDP that is not even up to 100,000 or 200,000 people there. So I think the G5 governors are actually playing a smart game right now. They are playing games with both the Tinubu of the APC, then Atiku as well. They would want to get support from Tinubu, then they want to eat their cake and still have it.
Do you actually believe Tinubu can actually support them?
Well, if the governorship election is coming before the presidency, Tinubu might not want to support them. We will look at his chances at the north first. If his chances are very clear in the north that, okay, I'll be getting this vote here, I'll be getting this vote here, I don't think he will actually support them. I don't think so, because Tinubu is this kind of, political juggernaut, and we know him to be a political strategist. We don't want to be outsmarted like that. If you want to look at his chances first, okay, how do we balance things? Let's do this way. He would want to make it a 50-50 thing before he would support them. He can't just support them blindly like that. No, I don't see him supporting them like that. All right, let's move on.
Gbajabiamila needs to apologize to ASUU, Falana. The lead counsel for the Academic Staff Union of Universities and Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Mr. Femi Falana, has called on the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Femi Gbajabiamila, to apologize to the members of the union. The human rights activist also faulted the Gbajabiamila for denying the agreements reached with ASUU. Falana said a member of the Federal Executive Council truncated Gbajabiamila's efforts regarding the resolution of matters related to the strike between the government and ASUU. ASUU's president, Professor Emmanuel Osodoke, had accused the Speaker of deceiving the union. Several lawmakers on Wednesday, however, rose to the defense of the Speaker.
Okay, before we talk about Gbajabiamila and ASUU's issue, we have 31 people watching us. We would appreciate you guys. We appreciate you so much for always joining us on the program and making it an interactive session. Thank you all. You can also like this program. You can hit the like button. All right, we have another comment. We have comments here coming in from Mr. Moruf Makonjola. He said it is the right thing for Tinubu to do to ensure that justice is done from all angles. And to the Igbo man that just sent in a message, Wike is not fighting cause he lost, but cause chairman refused to step down. Yeah, I think so. He's fighting because the chairman has refused to step down, according to the agreement of he stepping down if the ticket goes to the north. All right, we have another comment here. Kenneth Callisto said the worst mistake they will make will be supporting Tinubu. That attempt to kill their political career. Presidential election will come first. So if the presidential election is coming first, will the G5 governors want to support Tinubu?
That means it's not possible for them to support Tinubu.
That means they can't support Tinubu if it is coming first.
Election is coming first.
Because if they support him first, I don't see it will play a smart one on them.
Of course. Is it not?
I don't see them supporting Tinubu.
No,
so I think
they can't support Tinubu.
Yes.
They are just trying to play a game.
They'll just be playing games. Or if they would support Tinubu, that means before the presidential election, they would have gotten finance. The finance they need to win their government, their state. Yes, from him.
Okay.
They can't just support him based on promise.
That's true.
Well, yeah. Another one here, Favor Alexander. Thank you for joining us on the program and also for dropping your comment. From my personal understanding, I think that some of the G5 governors are planning to support Peter Obi while some will support Atiku. Wike can't be trusted. He's fighting for a personal interest. Yeah. I actually saw the report yesterday that there's been a little bit of division among the G5 governors. Some people are saying they will support Peter Obi. Some wants to support Tinubu. While some are saying that they shouldn't declare their support for anybody now. They should just relax a little bit and get closer to the election day. Because the more they get closer to the election day, the valuable they would get. Because they are seeing themselves as, it's not as if they actually seeing themselves as God or anything, but they are agitating for something and there's injustice in their party. So by the time they get closer to the election day, I think they'll be getting more juicy offers from political parties to actually seek for their support. And also talking about ASUU and Gbajabiamila. ASUU were on the 8-month strike, and Chris Ngige, the Minister for Labour and Employment, was trying to quell the whole issue and also bring ASUU to actually call off their strike, but he couldn't. Probably because it was just too aggressive and he didn't see it from the ASUU's perspective. But Gbajabiamila came into the picture and he did one or two things. I guess he actually promised them that once they call off the strike, he promised them and also signed a promissory letter that they would pay them part of their salaries of the 8 months if they stop the strike, if they call off the strike. But looking at it now, they're here to pay them anything. So I actually think Falana here is just so right, because he's the lawyer to ASUU. So it's just like Gbajabiamila, why would you promise ASUU that part of their money would be paid and you make them to actually call off their strike and nothing has been done yet? Though people in the Senate, there's actually so many people, senators have actually come out to defend Gbajabiamila that he didn't promise them anything. So if he didn't promise them, why did they call off the strike? I think this one here is just like deceit. That's what the same government has been doing to Nigerians so far. They would promise and promise and they don't stop promising. But we've seen the outcome. They've always reneged on their promise. They would come out to tell you, okay, maybe it was under duress. It was my spokesperson who said it. I'm not the one. They will surely look for something to make sure they are not accountable for what they say. Now, Gbajabiamila is even yet to respond to the claim.
He has several lawmakers that has rose to his defense,
Yes, they will surely come out and defend him.
Just like if you should take a swipe at APC now, there's this person that will always come out like that.
Festus Keyamo.
If you should say anything bad about PDP, Reno Mokri
will come out. Debo Ologunagba will come out. just to defend. I think it's just their duty, it's their war.
They have never admitted to them being wrong. They're just trying to like defend themselves and trying to play the blame game, which is very, very wrong. Our government is affecting us in all areas.
In all areas.
All areas, like the health sector, the education sector, everything. Like
health sector, education sector, agricultural sector. We actually import most of what we eat. More than 50% of what we eat is being imported. So what's now the use of the government if they are not doing what they are supposed to do? Looking at this one now, they say anywhere two elephants fight, is the grass that will suffer it.
Of course.
If the federal government and the ASUU actually start another one now, it's the student that will suffer it. Then the lecturers will actually, leave the country and go to another country, go to a better environment, go to the US, the UK, Canada, to actually continue their profession there, where they'll be doing fine. Because they are not being appreciated here in Nigeria. Someone will now come outside and say the reward of teachers are in heaven.
Which heaven?
How can you come open your mouth and say the reward of teachers are in heaven when they have families, they have children at home? Would they go to the heaven go to heaven to actually bring money? No, it's not possible. I actually think on this one, Gbadabiamila should actually come outside and apologize to ASUU. I think that would be a good one, because if ASUU should go on another strike again, I think that would actually be disastrous. And it would affect the next administration. Now imagine that this same administration wins the next election as well. Then that means, you see, it's 8 months we've seen. We will see more than 16 months ASUU strike. Because they will feel like, okay, it was the former president who promised you that he would pay.
It is not our administration.
They will tell you that this is not our administration. Now let's go back to if they say let's go back to the agreement, the next administration will say no, we are not going back. We have to agree on another thing. Then they abandon that agreement. So I think you should just come outside and apologize to ASUU. That's just the best thing to do, instead of playing blame games and actually trying to shift posts. So that's one about that. We have a comment from Favor Alexander. Okay, from Mr. Moruf Makonjola. He said Tinubu is a trusted ally. He has never outsmarted anyone, and everyone who has tried to outsmart him has gone empty-handed. The G5 has a tenable and genuine grievances, so they will be accommodated. Wow. So think of it this way: would you rather trust an Atiku, a serial competitor and defector who can't unite his party, or be an outright outsider, or a Tinubu with his current chances? Okay, Tinubu, a serial competitor, will be an outright outsider, and Tinubu with his current chances. Well, I think people are now supporting political candidates due to their chances of winning. If we say that this person have higher chances of winning, we tend to support them. And if we see that this person has a lower chance of winning, we ignore them. Why should it be that? Why are we not looking at their achievements? Why are we not looking deep into what they have done and how they have done it? How much do they have? Okay, while they were governors, even Atiku, while he was the vice president, why don't we look into what he did? What positions were given to him, and how did he fare on those positions? Let's look at Peter Obi of Anambra State. While he was governor, how much was allocated to him? What financial capacity did he add in his zone, and how did he spend it? When Tinubu was the governor of Lagos State, how much was he making then? How did he spend this money? Why are we looking at those who have higher chances of winning? Then we support them. Ruto, who won the election in one African country like that recently, he didn't have the high chance of winning. I actually think these people that we assume or we perceive that they have higher chances of winning, it's because people are supporting them. Let's look more into what they can do, what they have done, and how they have done those things, and people that have benefited from them. That's from my opinion, instead of actually supporting people based on the fact that they have higher chances of winning. It is people who have supported them that made us know that they have higher chances of winning. If we support other people too, the other people would have high chances of winning as well. All right, Mr. Peace MM said they know that Tinubu can't win the 5 states. Well, those 5 states are PDP states, so it would be hard for the APC to actually break into that state and win. Another one, Ramsey Ezigbo. Obi is the best candidate among all the contestants. Okay, from your opinion. Some people will say it Atiku, some people will tell you Showore, some people will tell you Tinubu. So, Mr. King Davis said, no to... Okay. Mr. Maruf Makonjola again. So, even on that matrix you just enumerated, Tinubu trumped them all. Okay. Alright, okay. You can be part of this program too as well by dropping your comments. We've had so many comments, but we have 46 people watching us now. You can also drop your comment as well, and also do well to like this program. You can hit the like button. Thank you all for joining us on today's program and making it an interactive one. Okay, on the next one, there will be no cover-up in investigation and prosecution, says Sanwo-Olu. Lagos State Governor Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu has said there would be no cover-up in investigation and prosecution of the culprits involved in the murder of the late lawyer Mrs. Bolanle Raheem, who was killed on Christmas Day by a police officer. The governor said the outcome of investigation of the case is very important to the government and people of Lagos State, stressing that the people deserve to know the process leading to justice for the victim. Sanwo-Olu said this earlier on Thursday morning during his visit to the Inspector General of Police, Usman Baba Alkali, at the police headquarters in Abuja. What do you have to say about that?
I don't know what they are trying to still investigate.
Imagine.
Because there's nothing to be investigated as for me. Because what are you trying to investigate? Are you trying to investigate? Probably they will come and be like, hey, is mentally deranged. I
think
they are trying to play a game.
Or he was high on something.
He was high on something, and it was not himself. It was not
intentional. It was not himself.
He was not self-conscious when that happened. This is Nigeria. They will always come up with all sorts of gimmicks and be like, hey, this man, he has been in the force for 33
years.
So this was
and he has not done that kind of thing before. So they should pardon him a little bit. He was high on
opium.
It was high on something.
This is Nigeria. They are trying. I believe because the previous one that happened, that's Gafar. We don't know what.
We don't even know.
To the officer, they are trying to cover it up. Yes, because I don't know what they are trying to investigate. They should bring out the 2 officers and prosecute and execute them publicly.
Yeah.
Like to serve as a lesson to other officers that don't know how to control the use of their guns. That will just carry their guns and start shooting people anyhow. I'm very sure most of the officers would have killed people without the government knowing.
Of course.
Probably and dump their
body elsewhere. Well, I think for the governor to even come out to say there would be no cover-up, that means there has been a cover-up in previous ones. Like there will be no cover-up on this case. Indirectly saying that those ones that have happened before, we have covered it up. But on this one, we would not cover it up. Because looking at Gavar's case, I think this case now is because this woman is a lawyer. Gafar is just someone who has nobody. What has been done on Gafar's case? And even those lawyers that are chasing this case so very well, why didn't they chase Gafar's case like that? Because he had nobody. Or they stand to gain nothing from it. So if we are looking at justice, they say they are fighting for justice now on Bolanle's case. But I'm not saying it's not okay to fight for justice on a case. But look at Gafar. He was shot on that same police station on the 7th. Is it on the 7th or on the 5th?
On the 7th.
On the 7th of December, he was shot dead, unprovoked. They were actually chasing a petrol, someone selling black market petrol. The guy was just by the roadside making transaction from POS operator. He was just shot. And he died on the spot. What has been done on his case? And we're talking about injustice. It's not just because it's affecting someone who is close to us. If you can't fight for justice for someone who you don't know, then don't bother fighting for justice at all. It's just as simple as that. So they're coming out now to fight for justice for this woman. Even if you can't fight for justice for those that have been done before. This one is in the same month, in the same police station. Why don't you say, okay, let's pick these two cases together? Nobody even knew this Gafar. We didn't hear anything about his family. We saw on social media as police officers actually went to Miss Bolanle's family. You know, they kind of talked to husband, her mom, her dad, and everything. But when Gafar's case happened, they swept it under the carpet. Nobody came out. No lawyer came out to fight for him. Why should it be that way? Is it because he had nobody? No, we should start thinking of justice as everyone should just be carried along. Everyone should be carried along. We should have lawyers that would actually be pursuing Gafar's case as well. We don't know his mom. We don't know his family. He was just killed like that and thrown away. No, let's be balanced. When we're talking about justice, it shouldn't just be about one person. That is injustice on his own. And they actually said they would collect 5 billion naira for damages. Is it not too much about that?
It's not too much.
Well, it can't replace the life.
It can't replace the life.
And that kind of loss, every 25th of December, every Christmas, it would come to their mind that this day, 2022, our daughter was killed by a police officer. And I think it's a sad one for the family. But those lawyers actually pushing for a case should actually push for Gafar's case as well. If they want to be just in the actual sense of it, they should push for his case as well. You can take the two cases together. It would cost them nothing to actually carry the two cases together and actually fight for justice. And these two police officers, we didn't even see the killer of Gafar. They didn't show his picture. We didn't see anything. But on this one, because she's a lawyer, everybody is just
concerned.
Everybody is concerned. For the past 4 to 5 days now, since that day, it has been on the social media and everywhere they've been talking about it. But Gafar's wouldn't even last up to 48 hours. It was swept away. So for the government to actually come out and say they won't be covered up, that means they have covered up Gafar's case as well. And Gafar was killed on the 7th. Ms. Bolanle was killed on the 25th. It's not about if it would happen again. It will surely happen. But who is the next? Just because we don't have a family in the government, or we are not lawyers, if it happens to any one of us, that means our case will be swept under the carpet, just like Gafar, just like those who were shot that led to the EndSARS protest in 2020. So if you are seeking for justice as anyone, even as lawyers, as political activists or something, let us try to carry everyone along. Just because Gafar was not a lawyer, or was not working for government, does not mean his case should be swept under the carpet. All right, we have more comments here. We have more comments coming in right now. Mr. Anedo Ejinos Namdi said, just curious, as the G5 governors pitched tent with the APC. Oh, from reports we are having, they are tilting towards the APC presidential candidate Tinubu. They've not declared support for him yet, but they've met with him in the United Kingdom and they are seeking for his support for their governorship elections. And also, Mr. Maruf Makonjola said, too much hate on Tinubu's person and no evidence to substantiate it. If I called Obi a thief or fraud, I can't cite Pandora box. Cite his tribal bigotry even without Igbo people when he was the governor. Yeah, I think there's so much hate on the APC candidate. What do you feel? Most people actually, they call him thief, they call him so many different names, whereby there has been nobody has come out to actually sue him to any court of law, like this is what you've stolen, and he has not been held accountable. He has not been convicted in the court of law. I think it's just been perceived like, okay, he has amassed so much wealth, and people are thinking he has actually gotten it through dubious means or from negative things. But there has been no one who come out to say, okay, this is what I have against you, and actually sue him. So there shouldn't be hate for any political any presidential candidate or governorship candidate. If anyone has anything against anyone, it should come out in the open to actually say it. It is demeaning Nobody should come out to say Peter Obi is this, is that, or Atiku, or Tinubu, or Kwakwanso, or Showore. If anyone has anything, you can just come outside in the open and sue the person. I think that would be a nice one. Mr. Ramsey on the Bolanle issue said Nigeria justice system is selective. That's it. What do you feel?
Yeah.
It's just so selective. You've selected Bolanle's case and you are putting all your strength on it to make sure there's justice. But look at Gafar in this same month. I think they should be called out on social media or something, because now we feel because Ms. Bolanle is a lawyer, they should focus more on her case and leave Gafar alone. Whereas they both have families. The police actually went to their home. They spoke to her father and mother. Did they go to Gafar's home to speak with them? Did any lawyer come out to say, okay, we have to seek for justice for Gafar? People actually went to the street to actually protest, but they were tear gassed. They were chased away. I think Nigeria's judiciary system, or what's it called, justice system, should just be revamped. Just like we are talking about the police force. The police cause these things, but the justice system is actually bad as well. It's nothing to write home about. Those people that have been killed in the past, how many of them did they uncover? How many cases did they bring up to the limelight like this? How many of them did they come out to say, let us charge them 5 billion naira? How many? Don't let us deceive ourselves. All these things is just show of shame from the justice system. You can't bring out someone and say you want to seek justice for someone, then you don't want to seek for another person as well. It's just a show of shame. As we are revamping the police force, let us revamp the justice system as well. I think that would be a good one if they actually revamp all the entire system in Nigeria should be revamped, not only the justice and the police force. Because if the police force are actually doing what is not right, the justice system should be holding them accountable. But if there's selective accountability, then what are we doing? It's as good as doing nothing as well on all the cases. Okay, let's move on.
Alright, the next one. Many dead, 50 kidnapped as bandits invade Sokoto communities. Many residents have been killed and over 50 others kidnapped by bandits during attacks on several communities in Sokoto state. Philip TV gathered that some of the communities attacked are located in Goroyo, Gada and Gabombini local government areas of the states. It was also gathered that the bandits invaded the communities in large numbers, shooting sporadically, and causing many residents to sustain various degrees of injuries.
Well, bandits invading Sokoto community. Well, I think so far so good. We've not been hearing about Boko Haram. Boko Haram were not defeated. They changed their name to bandits. That's what I think. Because looking at it critically, the bandits now invading communities at their own will and kidnapping people, and those people they kidnap, they will give them two options: either you join the bandit or you go to your creator. And most of them will actually join these bandits.
Probably they are trying to look for more bandits
against
next year's election. That's just it.
And also those people they kidnap, I think they would put ransom on them.
They'll put ransom on some of them, while they will probably the men.
They will recruit those men.
They will recruit them. That's just it.
That's just the level of decay in the Nigeria security system, and also it boils down to how government has fed on the people. Okay, moving on to the next one. Brazil football legend Pele dies after battling cancer. Brazil football legend Pele is dead at the age of 82. The family announced his passing on Thursday evening. The football icon is regarded as one of the greatest footballers of all time. Pele had been receiving regular treatment from doctors ever since undergoing surgery to have a tumor on his colon removed back in September 2021. But he was readmitted to hospital towards the end of 2022.
May you so rest in peace.
Yeah. Commiserations and condolences to the world entirely and to the football world mostly. We would surely miss Pele. Though I didn't watch Pele during his playing days, but I saw videos, I saw clips, so many things that Messi and Ronaldo are doing now on the pitch, like scoring goals, free kicks, solo goals as well. Pele has done everything. He has done everything. The only thing he didn't achieve was to win the Champions League. And because he didn't play in the Champions League, had it been he played in it, he might. There's higher probability that he would have won the Champions League. And Pele scored more than 1,200 goals in 1,300 plus matches. So I don't think anyone can actually match that record. Even the highest goal scorer now in the world, which is Cristiano Ronaldo, is not even up to 900 goals yet, and it's 37, which means there's more probability that it might not even reach 1,000 goals. Only I don't know if he goes to Saudi Arabia to play, because that is a less competitive league. If he would be able to score up to 200 goals or something to actually match Pele's record, but that is a huge loss to the football world. And also looking at it on the other angle, Pele died at the age of 83 due to cancer. That means had he didn't have cancer, he would have lived longer than that. And then probably the world of those people, those medical practitioners and researchers, by now should have gotten probably a cure to cancer. Because cancer has actually taken so many lives.
Cancer has many stages.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe they are trying their best. I'm sorry if you have cancer in this Nigeria. I'm sorry. It's not, cancer is a very, very bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you're old.
Yeah.
Pele, is it Pele or Pele?
Pele.
Pele is old.
Yeah.
82 and having cancer. It's kind of like it's kind of going to weaken his immune system, kind of too, because of his age. And they really tried their best from what we could have, from what I saw online, pictures and everything. They really tried their best. And if he had not had that cancer,
he would have probably lived longer, probably like 90 plus or so.
Exactly like that. What I'm trying to say now is that if you have cancer in Nigeria, I'm not sure they are even going to make any effort. No,
well, it's not about that. I've seen people who had cancer and they actually defeated this cancer.
In this Nigeria?
Yes, in this Nigeria. But it depends on the time you actually discover.
And I'm very sure. Okay, I'm sorry. This cancer of a thing, they defeated the cancer.
Yeah.
Cancer is actually a very bad thing. For you to be defeated, do you know the kind of therapy and stuff like that they are going to be doing for them? Is it chemotherapy and stuff like that? That means it is a private hospital.
Yes, it will surely be a private hospital.
It can't be a public.
If you want to get premium treatment,
yeah,
you have to go to a private hospital.
That's just it. May so rest in peace.
Amen. To our medical practitioners in the world, please, I hope God will be with you to actually bring a cure to cancer.
Can
and
there
also
be a cure to cancer?
There should be a cure to any disease on the planet.
Really?
Yeah.
But there's no cure.
Probably they are yet to discover the cure for HIV or for cancer. I believe there's cure, and it would surely be in apps. It will be in apps. It will be in probably one tree or a leaf or something, or 2 leaves or something.
I don't understand.
They will actually revamp the system and actually, cure cancer or HIV or something.
Wow, amazing.
That's what I believe. That's what from my personal belief. Because we've seen so many drugs we use. It comes from either apps or from animals or from other things. Yeah. But I just believe that we can do more to actually bring a cure to cancer. And also probably there should be a test probably every 5 years, because before colon cancer or any cancer entirely would actually get to a stage whereby it will take the life of the person. It might be in the body for more than 10 years without showing any symptom.
That's why it's good to go for test.
Test probably every 5 years.
Every 5 years.
Because the earlier a person discovers that
5 years is too
no, you can't go every time. Cancer, even I think test for cancer is actually dangerous to the body as well. Yeah, to some extent on the long run. Because I think 5 years would be okay, because the earlier the person detects the cancer, then it will be easier to fight the cancer. It's just like a demon. The earlier you notice, okay, this demon is growing a little bit, you will actually be able to uproot it. But by the time it has grown to a stage whereby I think it has 4 stages, probably stage 4 or something. If it gets to stage 3 or stage 4, then it will be harder to actually fight it, because by then it would have eaten deep into the system. And by that time the immune system would be too weak to even be able to fight this cancer. I've heard of series of cases whereby people have been injected with the what's it called, cancer vaccine, and on that spot they just die on that spot because their body is just too weak as at that moment to fight the cancer or anything. So there should be probably sensitization. Just people should just go for the test in probably every 5 years or 6 years, because we lost this beautiful woman to cancer as well, Dora Akunyili. This beautiful and intelligent woman. Oh God, that woman. May I so rest in peace too. That woman, she was just so lovely. She was just so lovely.
All right.
It's a huge loss for the footballing world. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Man
beats brother to death in Lagos. The Lagos State Police Command has launched a manhunt for a man who allegedly beat his brother to death for allegedly stealing a school's property. The state police spokesperson, Benjamin Udein, said the divisional police officer in charge of Ijede on the outskirts of Lagos was informed on Monday, December 26, that a 32-year-old security guard in the school, Samson, was caught escaping with stolen items. The items allegedly stolen were 5 plasma TVs, 1 generator, 1 air conditioner, 1 pumping machine, and 1 Wi-Fi modem. He said the older brother killed his sibling while punishing him for bringing disgrace to their family. Wow. Amazing.
Kai. Older brother killed his younger brother, or the younger brother killing the older brother?
That's the older brother killed the younger brother for bringing disgrace to their family.
Wow.
It was the younger brother that stole. So,
made justice, like, I have to kill this guy.
The beating was really much.
God,
for the beating to have led to
it beats his younger brother to death. Well, on that one, I think that is a kind of tricky one. That boils down to parenting, because if you actually train a child well, they wouldn't have been stealing in the first place. Then if there's more training, there's no way you can just beat your brother to death like that when it's not that the brother is sick, or there's no parent at home, or there was nobody. I'm very sure that it wouldn't happen in their home. Probably the younger brother is living with the other brother.
Of course.
And it's just like, how can you bring shame to me like this? You went to steal or something, then you beat this boy till he give up the ghost. Was there no neighbor around? Was there nobody? Because he would actually be crying and making noise, and people would actually hear that, okay, this person is beating the other person.
Probably he has been beating the boy like that before, and the neighbor will be like, "Oh, that's
what they used to do."
Just leave them. Once they are done,
it's his brother. Let him kill him. Oh God.
No, Africans are mostly like that.
Okay, yeah, we have another comment here on Tinubu. No smoke without fire. Let us forget on what will unite us and move the country forward. There is excessive hunger and anger in the land. I support Atiku, from Emmanuel Ntopi Pius. Well, I think in the comment section, we have people who have supported, people who are supporting Atiku. We have Tinubu supporters, and we have Peter Obi supporters. Regardless, let's just vote for our conscience, because the fact that the reality remains, by March 2023, we would all go back from being Tinubu supporters or will be or Atiku supporters to Nigerian supporters. We will now go back to Nigeria and either
Tinubu
either lick our wounds or celebrate our achievement. So let's just vote for our conscience. During the 2015 elections, we voted for people that, okay, this person can do it, this person can do it. But on the long run, we knew what happened. During Jonathan's regime as well, people came out to vote. Some people would say they are Jonathan's diehard fan. Some people would say that let's just be Nigeria's fan. Let's do what will actually benefit Nigerians. It must not always be from our own perspective. Let's look at it from the perspective of all people, of all the people. Because now anything that happens, these presidential candidates, they cannot suffer it. Their families won't bear the brunt. We are the ones who will bear the brunt of this thing. By March 2023, we would all stop supporting candidates. By then, we'll go back to being Nigerians. So let's just vote right, and let's vote for our conscience. Okay, on the next one. But before then, we have 45 people watching us now. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Nagode, Eshegon, Dalu. What else? From Germany, Danke. From Okay, I don't forget so many languages. But thank you very much. Thank you so much for joining us on this program. You can also like this program. You can hit the like button. On the next one, the last one, Alex Ekubo's ex, Fancy Acholono, begs him to take her back.
She did not beg him.
She's begging
Don't
to
worry,
take.
just read the story.
Yeah. I'm actually bragging on.
Excuse me. She did not beg him. She was like trying to tender She was trying to tender a public apology to the guy. Like, I'm sorry for what I brought upon you and your family. So it's just like a public apology and nothing else. Even if they are back together. So.
Well, on behalf of Alex Ekubo, I think I'm actually, I'm proud. And he's a comrade. He's not someone that will say something today and go and apologize tomorrow. He's a comrade. He's not like that guy that is talking about polygamy up and down. I didn't say anybody's name. Alright, she wrote, like our shirt says, nothing makes sense when we are apart. Oh my goodness, this is love. Ah God, Olam, the way you go love for your life like this. Okay, continuing. Alex Ekubo, you still have my heart. Ah, damn. God.
Can you read this story, please?
I miss you, I love you, and I'm truly sorry for all the hurt and pain you and your family went through with our breakup. Ah, damn. My action in how I handle things was out of my character. I should have controlled my emotions and not be so overreactive. I said too much. I did too much. Please forgive me. I've learned my lesson on how to handle situations better. I haven't expressed myself properly. I am not afraid to be vulnerable and say you, your family and friends still mean the world to me. Losing you has felt like grief. Oh God, love is for Allah. Ah God. Love, Sha. See how you're blushing or someone else.
I'm not blushing. It's just a normal thing to me. Like, okay, they were having misunderstanding. Probably the guy did something that
they're breaking up. That's the
and they are still going to come back together.
How would they come together?
And now.
She said it that she was too overreactive. The emotion was too much.
Exist.
No, it's not. God does not do rubbish.
At least she apologized.
Apologize.
She like. She didn't play the blame game or whatever. She apologized. She knows that she was wrong.
Apologize to who? To social media fans.
She would have apologized to the guy privately. I'm very sure.
Well.
And the public apology is probably to the friends and families. She came on social media to announce the breakup, and she's coming back on social media to announce that she is very sorry. So, Nigerian.
See, if to be Alex Ekubo, I'll just I'll just look away. I don't even like the comment at all. I'll just stay on my lane and just be gallivanting. Probably she tried when they broke up. Why didn't she apologize at that moment? It's because she couldn't replace him. That's the truth. See, when your ex can't replace you, they try to come back. That's it. Let them taste. Let them go out there.
That's not true.
It is true.
Just to apologize.
Apologize
All girls are like that.
Oh God. See, I
still apologized to someone yesterday, and that doesn't mean I want to go back to this person.
It means a lot. It means you want to go back. It's me and you that are here. Tell me the truth.
Hey.
If you don't like this person again, you might feel like, oh, let him go and die. You'll go to hell. But you deep down inside your mind, you know it. If this person asks you out today, like,
are we done with
we are not done with it yet. You have to drag this Alex Ekubo's matter. How can you say you apologize to someone after so many months of getting angry? What if he's not alive today? No, imagine it now.
He's alive.
Okay, what if let's say Pele died yesterday. What if someone had an issue with him, or someone offended him, and the person didn't apologize? Was waiting like, okay, by 2023 I'll apologize, and this guy is no more now. Would he now apologize to the graveyard or what? No. See, on that spot, if you're angry with someone, on that spot, if you feel like, okay, let me apologize there. Even when we talk about it, even if we link it to our faith, in my own faith, it is said that Prophet Muhammad said, if I'm angry at you now, see that sun, the sun must not set before I apologize to you. Why did not let thousands of suns to set before you apologize? She wants to come back.
Do you know what the guy did to
fine boy Alex Ekubo? Oh my goodness, fine boy. That's some guy.
That custard.
See,
Please, let's...
She couldn't replace him. That's just the truth about it. Probably she tried other guys,
Please,
and those guys were like, see, baby, I can't undo this your nonsense character.
Okay.
You said what?
I said okay.
Can you see now? She's not angry on behalf of Fancy.
Please, I'm not angry.
What are you not doing?
Nothing. Let's wrap up.
Oh God. Okay, we have another comment here. Prince. Okay. Ramsey Siwo said, if Nigerians don't get it right in 2023, things would get tougher. Yeah, that's why I'm saying we should all try and get it right. It's not always about Peter Obi. It's not always about Tinubu. It's not always about Atiku or Nigerians. Your candidate don't always have to win to make it right. But we tend to feel like if my candidate does not win, Nigeria would be okay. Me, I won't say I'm supporting any candidate, though I have a candidate in my mind, but if Nigeria would get better without my candidate, then so be it. Let Nigeria get better without my candidate, if that would be the solution. We don't have to make this thing like a football match or like a trophy. If it's like a football match now, we can say, okay, let Tinubu win the trophy, then there will be another tournament next year, or a few weeks, or a few months, then another person can win that one. It's not about winning, it's about Nigerians. How many of our past leaders have done things for Nigerians? How many of them? We've noticed that from 1999 to date, the Naira note, the value of the Naira has been on the decline. No government has met the Naira and left that government with that same value. They will surely devalue it, either a little bit or by extension. So we should it's not always about our candidate. It's about the main masses on the road, the main masses on the street. It's always about them. It's not always about the candidate. So let us vote for our conscience. Vote for irrespective of tribe or religion. This woman that was shot, Miss Bolanle Raheem, the police officer didn't ask of her tribe, of her religion, before he pulled the trigger on her. So many people have been abducted by bandits of the same tribe and religion. So it's not always about them. It's always about the ruling class versus the masses. That is 2023 election. Okay, yeah, we have 37 people watching us right now. Thank you all for joining us on today's program. Thank you all. As we are wrapping up 2022. Today is 30th. Just 24 hours left for 2022. Okay, what advice do you have for our viewers as 2022 is going into
as 2022 is going to an end? Don't live in your past. Don't think because you haven't achieved something this year and then termed yourself as a failure. You're not a failure. There is still hope. When there is life, there is hope. So please, in whatever you do, don't live in the past and don't live regretting what you have done. But oh, I regret this thing. I wish I had done this thing right. No, there is still time, and there is still space for you to amend your wrongs. So in whatever you do, don't live in the past and don't regret whatever has happened.
Yeah,
life goes on, life continues. Just make sure you are doing the right thing.
Yeah. And
also, as the election is coming near, hey, please, I would like you to vote for your conscience, because it is not even about the party presidential candidate. It's about who is going to bring the change. Not even change, because it was change we were clamoring for the other time. So it's not even the change we are talking about now.
It's about who's ready to serve.
Who is ready to serve and who is ready to know what Nigerians are going through.
Yeah.
Like, who is ready to wear the shoes? Like, I don't know how to put it. Like, who is ready to see the pains Nigerians are going through, and who is ready to reform everything positively in Nigeria and vote for the right person. Please don't vote because this person is from my tribe or this person is from my this or this. Vote your conscience. That's it.
Okay, my advice, well, I think would be a little bit realistic. I'm not an idealist. Well, partly idealist, but I'm more of a realist. Well, my advice for our viewers is that if you feel like 2022 you've not done so well, you are clamoring, but the fact that you are watching us means you are doing well, means you have a good phone, means you have a data, and you're comfortable in your space, so you can always be thankful to God. So many people have lost their lives in 2022. So many people has been to rehabs in 2022. So many people has lost their job, has lost loved ones. But the fact that either you have a complete family, or even regardless, even if you don't have a complete family anymore, just like me here, you can as well still thank God, because you are still on the surface of the earth. You are not 6 feet under yet. So you can as well thank God. And also, the advice I would have for everyone is that that thing you are doing in 2022 that didn't work for you, if you continue it in 2023, it might still not work for you. So you have to look at other people, look at what they are doing, then be able to fine-tune it with your own environment and your own strength, then be able to do your own thing as well. And also looking at the social media should also be used as a tool, not as a means of controlling our lives, whereby we see things. In 2022, I've learned so many things about the social media, whereby you see couples, you see celebrities posting pictures, you think it is good, you think they are living fine, they will now come back and break up.
Or probably they have been even been divorced.
They have even been divorced, but just to keep people talking about them, they keep on posting beautiful pictures.
Like
but
Paul Okoye said, they have been divorced for the past 4 years.
So let's just be thankful for our lives. Let's just be thankful to God for everything, for the fact that we are still breathing. An oxygen now in loot, oxygen for 1 hour is more than 100k. So if you are using oxygen, if you are on oxygen for 24 hours, you'll be spending 240,000 naira. What am I saying? 2.4 million naira on 24 hours. So it's just, let's just thank God for the breath of life. Let's thank God for everything. Thank God for the sunshine, for the rain, for the joy, for the pain. The same rain that makes bitter leaf to be bitter is that same rain that is making sugarcane to be sweet. So this life is like a roller coaster ride of bitter and sweet. Let's just appreciate God for everything that He has done in our lives. All right, we are coming to the end of the program. You can do well to like, share, and also subscribe to Flip TV for more amazing news update and also content. And also you can join Christian Chuku on the next program by standards. Till we see you again next. Okay, till we see you again on the next program, I would say Happy New Year in advance to everyone. From everyone in Flip TV, we are saying Happy New Year. And we are appreciating all our viewers for always joining us on the program. We are so very, very grateful. I love you all.
Thank you.
Bye for now.
Naira, let's